Ladies and gentlemen, they have to get plans in place for the hurricane season and how they're going to evacuate people while there's a pandemic going on. Because look, we're already at an early start for the hurricane season. We're already up to the third tropical storm. So there are a lot of concerns about the intensity of the hurricanes. The ocean temperatures are already warm. And I mean, officially, this is when the season begins, June 1st, but we've already had tropical storms prior to this, so it started pretty early. This is NPR. Hurricane season collides with pandemic as communities plan for dual emergencies. I'm going to let you listen to this audio from NPR.
Today, June 1st, you are allowed to take a moment after hearing that. First a pandemic, then waves of protest, now hurricane season. Forecasters expect above average activity, in part because climate change is making the Atlantic Ocean warmer. Amy Green of WMFE in Orlando has been asking, how do you plan for hurricanes during a pandemic?
Robin Rokobauer doesn't like to chance it. When there's a hurricane, she almost always evacuates. Rokobauer lives in Cocoa Beach, Florida, on a barrier island between the Atlantic Ocean and Indian River Lagoon. Her mother is 93.
She's got to have flushing toilets. She's got to have fresh water. She's just got some physical needs that require that.
But this year, Rokobauer is thinking hard about her hurricane plan. She's 65, like her mother, considered at higher risk to the coronavirus.
If I have to go any further, or if I have to go somewhere, then you're going to be exposed to more people in different environments, and you don't know where those people have been.
In Florida, a record 6.5 million people evacuated for Hurricane Irma in 2017. This year, that will be a harder decision. Craig Fugate used to head the Federal Emergency Management Agency and its Florida counterpart. He fears some people won't evacuate because they'll fear exposing themselves to the virus.
That may result in more people staying behind and increasing the risk of loss of life.
But there's another risk: sheltering evacuees together in school gymnasiums and other enclosed spaces, as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis points out.
If you pile people into a place under normal circumstances, that may be fine, but that would potentially allow the virus to really spread if somebody is in fact infected.
That's why his administration is considering stay-at-home orders in areas where houses are newer and sturdier, or sheltering evacuees in hotels and motels the economic collapse has left vacant. Most at risk are nursing home patients. Many low-lying facilities have evacuation agreements with facilities on higher ground, but Kristen Knapp of the Florida Healthcare Association says this year nursing homes will have to re-examine these arrangements.
If you are a facility that is in an evacuation zone and you have positive cases in your building, you may not be able to go to the typical facility that you would evacuate to if they don't have positive cases in their building.
Florida leaders also are stocking away protective gear for shelter and utility workers, and they're making sure stores have plenty of food and water so people can stock up before a storm. In Central Florida, before Irma hit, utility crews converged from across the country to help restore electricity. This year, Linda Ferroni of the Orlando Utilities Commission anticipates longer outages than usual. That's because COVID-19 makes it harder to house and feed these workers while preventing the virus's spread.
It will take longer to check them all in. It will take a little longer to get them all to the point that they can be out in the field working.
Robin Rokobauer of Cocoa Beach considered not evacuating, but feels she would have to because of her mother. Already, she's checking with hotels so she can be ready for a hurricane.
I hope that we don't have any. I mean, we've been through a lot this year.
Meteorologists are predicting up to 10 hurricanes and up to 6 major ones between now and December. For NPR News, I'm Amy Green in Orlando.
Did you hear what she said? Between now and December. The season is usually over in November. But wow. Okay. So now they said the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season started today, and they're preparing down there in Florida. They really need to be preparing up and down the whole East Coast, because they said the Atlantic is probably going to be one of the busiest seasons this year for hurricanes. So there's always a chance of these hurricanes making landfall, and there's always a major one, anyone anywhere from a category 3 or higher is usually what we will get coming up and down the coast. And it seems like the later in the season, the stronger the hurricanes become. So we will see. They're saying climate change has intensified the threats of hurricanes. Warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, making hurricanes likely to dump more rain. Sea level rise, destructive storm surges into coastal communities. Hotter ocean waters are fueling stronger hurricanes, according to the newest research. This season, every major forecasting organization is predicting above average activity because of a warm Atlantic Ocean and favorable atmospheric conditions. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration scientists, for example, have predicted 13 to 19 named storms, including 6 to 10 hurricanes and 3 to 6 major hurricanes, with wind speeds of 111 miles per hour or more. A normal season would have 12 named hurricanes, with 6 hurricanes, 3 of which would be major storms. And meanwhile, as of last Friday, the University of Washington Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation was projecting more than 100 new coronavirus infections a day in Florida by August 1st, just as the hurricane season reaches its height. At a May briefing in Sarasota, Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis noted that the coronavirus spreads most easily when people come into close contact with an enclosed space. For its part, FEMA has updated its hurricane guide to include materials on staying safe in the pandemic, including advice about social distancing, wearing a face cloth, and following recommending cleaning practices. So, ladies and gentlemen, all we can do is ride it out. It's not like we can stop a hurricane no more than we can stop COVID-19, right? So we're just going to have to live through it. We lived through it this far. We'll make it through the summer. But, America is really looking like a very different place every single day. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.